What if a motorhome could turn into a boat, land a helicopter on its roof, or hide a private cinema for 30 people? Imagine a rolling skyscraper with its own elevator priced under $500,000, outclassing rivals worth millions. These aren't concepts, they're real, driving today. Here are 9 motorhomes redefining what home on wheels truly means. Romotau T8. We start in New Zealand with the Romotau T8, a motorhome that looks less like a vehicle and more like a piece of furniture designed by nature itself. Its defining feature is a rotating cabin, allowing the entire living space to turn and follow the view, whether that means a sunrise over distant mountains or a fire crackling nearby at dusk. But what really sets the Romotau T8 apart isn't a clever gadget, it's the philosophy behind it. This is a motorhome built to last over 50 years. Instead of chasing fleeting trends, its designers focused on materials and craftsmanship meant to be passed down through generations, much like a treasured family heirloom. In a world full of disposable everything, the Romotau T8 feels like a quiet rebellion, proof that true luxury doesn't always mean excess. Sometimes it simply means getting the fundamentals unbelievably right and letting the surrounding landscape do the rest of the talking. Every joint, panel, and finish is chosen with longevity in mind so that decades from now, the same cabin that watched today's sunset could still be turning slowly to catch tomorrow's, with barely a scratch to show for the years in between. TerraWind. Its success, we leave solid ground behind entirely. Meet the TerraWind, a motorhome that also happens to be a fully functional boat. Yes, you read that correctly. This remarkable hybrid vehicle can cruise down the highway like any ordinary RV, then roll straight into the water and transform into a genuine seafaring vessel. This is far from a gimmick. It's a serious feat of marine and automotive engineering, sealing an entire living space against water while still keeping it road legal and comfortable on land. Imagine driving to the coast, then simply continuing your journey by sea with no boat launch or trailer required. The TerraWind offers a glimpse of what multimodal travel could look like in the future, one single vehicle bridging 2 completely different worlds without missing a beat. It challenges the very idea of what category a vehicle belongs to and hints at a future where the line between road trip and open water voyage simply stops mattering. Furrion Elysium. Now we move into the stratosphere of luxury, quite literally. The Furrion Elysium comes equipped with its own certified helipad on the roof, so if you ever need a quick aerial escape, a helicopter can land right on top of your home. But that's only the beginning. Retract a hidden panel and a retractable hot tub, and lounge area rise smoothly into view, turning the entire rooftop into a private spa beneath the open sky. It's a design built almost entirely around indulgence, borrowing directly from aviation engineering to make something that once belonged only in exclusive resorts fully mobile. The Furrion Elysium is less camper and more 5-star penthouse that happens to have wheels. And it makes no apologies for that. Every surface, from the helipad's reinforced deck to the hot tub's heated tiling, is engineered to survive constant travel while still feeling as indulgent as a private resort that never has to stay in one place. As Future ET, coming from the design studio behind Ferrari, the AS Future ET takes a radically different approach. It isn't just electric and zero emission, it's also built to generate its own water supply out of thin air, literally pulling moisture from the surrounding atmosphere to produce an estimated 50 liters of drinking water every single day. This is sustainability engineered at the highest possible level, designed specifically for travelers who want to go completely off-grid without sacrificing a single ounce of modern comfort. There's no need to hunt for a water hookup or worry constantly about your carbon footprint. This vehicle is self-sufficient by design. The AS Future ET represents a serious shift in thinking, proving that true luxury travel and genuine environmental responsibility don't have to exist at odds with one another. Its design language, sculpted and aerodynamic, also signals where an entire industry may be headed, toward vehicles that look as forward-thinking as the technology quietly working inside them. The Heat. From Hollywood comes a motorhome built purely for spectacle, appropriately nicknamed the Heat. With 22 wheels supporting its massive frame, this coach already dwarfs almost everything else on the road, but its real trick reveals itself once it's parked. A hydraulic system lifts a hidden second floor into place, unfolding into a private 30-seat cinema, complete with a theater-quality screen and immersive sound. It's exactly the kind of vehicle you'd expect to find on a major film set, and in fact, that's often precisely where it ends up, housing entire production crews and talent in 5-star comfort during location shoots. The Heat proves that a motorhome can double as a mobile studio just as easily as it serves as a mobile home. For a production constantly moving between locations, having a fully equipped screening room on wheels means the work of reviewing footage, hosting cast, or simply unwinding after a long shoot never has to wait for a return to base. Marquee Mobile Element Palazzo Superior. This next entry, the Marquee Mobile Element Palazzo Superior, draws inspiration from an unlikely combination of industries: motorsports and aviation. Its cockpit-style windshield looks like something pulled straight from a jet, while its interior uses materials more commonly found aboard luxury yachts. Its standout feature is a rooftop sky lounge, an elevated deck built for taking in panoramic views wherever it happens to be parked. Inside, the beds are finished to a standard usually reserved for royalty, layered in premium fabrics and framed with hand-finished detailing crafted by Austrian artisans. With a price tag around $3 million, the Palazzo Superior proves that when 3 entirely different industries, cars, planes, and boats, collide under one roof, the result can be something genuinely singular. Every stitch of leather and every panel of trim is chosen to feel less like a vehicle interior and more like a private jet cabin that has simply decided to stay closer to the ground. Volner Mobile Performances. For those whose passion isn't just traveling in luxury, but bringing their own luxury along with them, the Volner Mobile Performance S solves a very specific problem. How do you take your supercar on a road trip without exposing it to the elements? The answer is a built-in hydraulic garage, engineered specifically to secure and transport a car like a Bugatti or a Ferrari. Once you arrive at your destination, the garage door lowers smoothly and your supercar rolls out ready to drive. It's a brilliant fusion of practicality and prestige, because why should anyone have to choose between comfort and speed when a single motorhome can comfortably carry both? The garage itself is climate-controlled and vibration-dampened, so a multi-million-dollar supercar arrives at its destination in exactly the condition it left, ready to be driven the moment the ramp touches down. DTLR-V Carbonic Liner 78. Our next entry comes from China, and it sent real shockwaves through the traditionally European-dominated luxury motorhome market. The DTLR-V Carbonic Liner 78 is a motorhome with a full carbon fiber body, the very same lightweight, high-strength material used extensively in supercars and aerospace, combined here with a genuinely luxurious interior. What makes it truly disruptive, though, is the price. Manufacturers have historically charged a massive premium for carbon fiber construction, but the Carbonic Liner 78 delivers that same advanced engineering at a price point far more accessible than its Western competitors. It's a clear signal that global manufacturing power is steadily shifting, and that meaningful innovation in this space is no longer limited to a small handful of legacy brands. By proving that carbon fiber construction can be scaled without an astronomical price increase, the Carbonic Liner 78 opens the door for lightweight, high-performance motorhomes to become far less of a rarity in the years ahead. Seek Max's Life Ohm of 90 Villa Edition. And now, the motorhome that takes the top spot, and it earns that position by rethinking the entire category from the ground up. Instead of designing a vehicle first and squeezing living space in second, the Seik Maxus Life Omi of 90 Villa Edition was designed like an actual building on wheels. The result is genuinely staggering. A full second floor that rises hydraulically once parked, glowing glass OLED walls running throughout the interior, a walkout balcony for taking in sweeping views, and, almost unbelievably, a quiet personal elevator connecting the two floors together. It looks far less like a vehicle and far more like a boutique hotel suite that simply happens to be mobile. And here's the real twist. Despite all of this, the Villa Edition is priced at just over $400,000, a mere fraction of what several other vehicles on this list cost. It doesn't just compete with far more expensive motorhomes, it thoroughly outclasses them, proving decisively that the smartest innovation isn't always the most expensive one on the lot. By treating the chassis as a foundation rather than a constraint, its designers unlocked a vertical layout no traditional motorhome manufacturer had seriously attempted, and did it without the price climbing anywhere near its rivals. From a rotating cabin built to last half a century, to a rolling skyscraper complete with its own elevator, these 9 motorhomes show just how far the definition of mobile living has truly come. They borrow ideas freely from aviation, motorsports, yachting, and architecture, proving that when entirely different industries collide, brand new categories of luxury can be born almost overnight. Whether it's sustainability, raw speed, cinematic spectacle, or sheer architectural scale, one thing is abundantly clear. The motorhome is no longer just a vehicle. It's steadily becoming a canvas for some of the most ambitious engineering and design ideas found anywhere in the world today. Which one of these incredible machines would you want to take on the open road? Let us know down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most extraordinary vehicles and the visionaries who dared to build them. As these designers continue pushing further past the traditional boundaries of what a motorhome should be, it's worth remembering that every one of these machines started as a simple question: what if we didn't accept the old limits? What if the road wasn't just a path from one place to another, but a stage for genuine architectural ambition? The answers keep getting bolder, and if this list is any indication, the next generation of mobile living is going to be even harder to predict, and even more thrilling and rewarding to witness slowly unfold before our very eyes.